It's Gorman in the morning with Fletcher and Ryder. Now, 92 KQRS.
Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Good morning. I am Paul Fletcher.
Are you Paul Fletcher? Where's Steve?
Where is Steve? That's
Where's
a great
Steve?
question. You are Ryder.
I am.
You know what? Normally we go around the horn. Why don't
Holy
you?
moly.
That's exactly what I was looking for right there. So we're flying just the two-thirds of us right now, 66% because Philly is letting us down. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I mean, don't they usually?
That is fair. 1,000% fair. So, we said at the beginning of this, with Steve out on the road, living vicariously through him, there were going to be ebbs and flows. It was going to be a journey, but the journey itself was part of the fun. And so right now, technology's letting us down. And so the journey does not include Steve. We hope to get him soon, right?
We're working on it.
Okay.
Okay, so he's in Philly. I used to work for an internet company that I'm not going to name, headquartered in Philly. I cannot believe he can't get a solid internet connection and jump in. Give me a freaking cable guy.
Cable guy?
Yeah.
We'll persevere, though. Shall we jump into feeling Minnesota headlines?
Hell yeah.
All right. The 9th annual Great Northern Festival is set to take place from January 28th through February 1st, largely centered around St. Anthony, Maine. The 2026 festival grounds will stretch from the Stone Arch Bridge area through Father Hennepin Bluff Park. There will also be satellite events in St. Paul and other locations in Minneapolis. There's a sauna village, live music, dance parties, food trucks, and oh so much more happening in the dead of winter. This is the 9th annual. Have you ever even heard of this?
No.
Neither have I.
Okay.
But a sauna village and live music and stuff, with a beverage, that sounds fun.
I like a sauna village, yes.
Absolutely. The president signed the government funding bill yesterday evening, ending the longest government shutdown in U.S. history. The bill passed the House by a 222 to 209 margin. It restores pay to furloughed federal workers, reopens agencies, and revives critical services. It funds the government through January 30th. So hopefully we're not going through this all over again at the end of January.
They usually don't do the double up. When they do the big shutdowns, it's usually several years before we see another one, and now I've just jinxed it.
Yeah, well, yeah. So you're saying they've learned their lesson? I don't know. I'm not sure I believe that. Hundreds of bagpipers broke a world record in Australia yesterday when they gathered to perform AC/DC's It's a Long Way to the Top.
Well, we love breaking a world record, don't we? And there are hundreds and hundreds of people here from the public to watch this very special moment.
Well, I've been playing bagpipes since I was 9, and I'm just sort of thinking this would be a bit of fun towards the end of my career. Go out with a bang.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds awesome. Sounds really cool. 374 total bagpipers. Ryder, care to guess
That's it? That's all you needed to break the record?
And the previous record was 333, so they kind of smashed the record, actually.
Yeah, but I was thinking it would be like 10,000 bagpipers.
Yeah, but then how many? That might be all the bagpipers left in the world these days, though. Hey, care to guess the oldest performer in that group?
Ooh, 85.
I mean, you're blowing hard. You got to have wind. 98 years old. Yeah, ding, ding, ding for that fella or gal.
Work.
Indian scientists have created magnetic nanobots that can repair sensitive teeth with no dentist required.
Do you have some in your mouth right now?
It feels like it. They're going to work on me.
I'm sorry,
the scientists call these things CalBots, which are designed to crawl into the microscopic tubes of your teeth and seal them shut from the inside. They're going to lock themselves in for our benefit. Unlike toothpaste, which only protects the surface, these bots deliver a permanent fix using a chemical formula that acts like natural enamel. The results have been so positive that the research team is now working toward clinical trials. Nanobots in our teeth.
Are you letting robots in your mouth? I mean,
you know what?
There are some sadistic dentists out there.
There are. I guess it depends on how the whole rollout goes out and word of mouth. If it feels like I can trust it, yeah. I mean, if it, I'm not just. I don't think we should just gut reaction to technology. You know what I mean? I'm open to it. Let's put it that way.
Okay, rim shot for the word of mouth joke. Nice work.
Thank you. I wish I could say it was intentional. Do you have some sports?
Yeah, let's real quick on sports. Vikings center Ryan Kelly returned to practice yesterday for the first time since his September 28th concussion. He'll be eligible to play on Sunday against the Bears. We'll see how that goes.
That's got to help.
Yeah. The 2-7 Jets face the 8-2 shockingly good New England Patriots in Thursday Night Football tonight. Set your fantasy lineups accordingly. And if you've ever been to a Braves game in the past few years, you might have seen their human mascot dubbed the Freeze. Do you know about this dude?
I haven't. I don't.
It's a between innings type deal.
Okay.
They give the a Braves fan, a huge head start, and then the Freeze catches up to them in a foot race.
Okay.
Always beats them, always wins, but the current Freeze is retiring, so they need to find a new one for the Beat the Freeze race. They won't say how fast you need to go, but would you consider auditioning for this?
I've always wanted to be a mascot.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've always wanted, I'm not full-time, but I've always wanted to try it. I've actually tried locally to get inside of one of those costumes. Oops, sorry, kids.
How'd it go?
It hasn't happened yet. So
it hasn't?
No, I've never been able to actually do it. It turns out they take this very seriously, and so they don't just let some knucklehead jump in and say, "Yeah, sure, go be this guy for the night."
Okay, I know a couple of knuckleheads that they have let jump into mascot costumes. So let's see what we can do.
And they take it fairly seriously. Hey, one other thing I wanted to mention: the Loons. It's easy to forget about them, but they're in the Western Conference semifinals of the MLS playoffs.
And when is that game?
Monday, because it's like eternities between games, so I just thought it would be important to remind.
Who are they playing?
San Diego. The San Diego FC.
That means whale's vagina?
I believe it does.
Okay.
Only in San Diego, though. We got to shout out our friends in Harris. Mm-hmm. Harris, Minnesota. Thank you so much. We appreciate you hanging. Happy Thursday.
92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Oh, hey, what's up?
There you
Hi.
are.
Oh, it's already been a day in Philadelphia. We're getting some work done over here. So anyway, I was listening to the show earlier, and you guys are doing great. I mean, do I even need to be here, honestly?
I mean, we'd prefer it,
This is not a snow day, man.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
We can't sync the Edmund Fitzgerald, just days after the 50th anniversary.
That's a good point. All right, fair enough. Well,
okay. Then, Other than troubles this morning, how was Philly?
Yeah.
Philly was, and I'm starting to sound like a broken record, and I understand that. It was fantastic.
Okay, that's good to hear.
The good people of Philadelphia were, as they say, ready for it.
Nice.
And early on in the show, and Darius Rucker, the singer of my band, Howl Owl Howl, being the consummate professional, he knows what to do. You simply mention that you have Philly in your fantasy league to win the whole thing, and then they just love you for the rest of the night. So a couple of Eagles comments, and off kilter, go Birds on the mic from yours truly, and then we had them we had them in the palm of our hands.
Oh, they're so simple.
It was genuinely, well, we've definitely reached the point as a band where we're just playing. Like, there's no thinking. We're well into this. We got there a while ago, but every night now it's just a reminder. As soon as the show starts, we all are like, oh, yeah, we're in. It's going. It's up and rocking.
Nice.
Truly a great night. Yeah. And a few friends after the show, as per usual. Met a few new people. It was just a good, solid. And then really the win anytime you're in Philly is you wake up and do you have a black eye? And the answer is no. Which means I won in Philadelphia. I won the Philadelphia prize. I did not get punched by somebody.
Nice
and
work.
As far as I know, no light poles needed to be greased. Everybody left in an orderly manner. There were no cars turned over. They celebrated the show like ladies and gentlemen. So that was nice.
Okay.
That's great.
So you found the 100 or the 1,000 reasonable people in Philly? Is that what happened?
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Howl Owl Howl for your reasonable rock and roll experience.
That is an accomplishment in and of itself.
Lot of time spent in this town in my life, and a lot of and an awful lot of is that guy giving me the eye? Is he? What's going on here? Do I need to be on alert? Last night, nothing but love in the room. It was a beautiful thing.
Hell
Great.
Yeah.
Love that.
Hell yeah.
Howl, yeah.
Oh, there it is. Howl. Yeah, I like that. Paul Fletcher, I'm feeling Minnesota. Please give me some headlines, sir.
All right, 17 years later, Krispy Kreme is back. In Minnesota, the new Fridley store opened at 8 a.m. yesterday, drawing hundreds who camped out overnight. During grand opening week, 120 customers will win a dozen free donuts every month for a year. That's not so bad. We'll have to see if it lasts longer this time, lasts longer than a couple of years this time around.
How is it possible to go 17 years without Krispy Kreme? What's happening up here? As a Southern gentleman myself, I feel it inherent that I have to say, guys, get it together. You just wait for the hot donuts now sign, then you go, then your life has changed for the better.
Yeah, we were so deprived. I think somebody had a side hustle driving to Iowa, buying Krispy Kreme, and then bringing them back here to sell.
Mm-hmm.
Sure,
I've heard about that.
It's like that and IKEA. Before you get an IKEA, people will drive and go, bring you the crap. So that between that and the Krispy Kremes, all right, we're coming around. I like to see this.
I am genuinely curious to see how they play it this time. The first time around, from what I understand, they opened really, really fast. They expanded really fast and kind of got out over their skis. Like a year and a half later, started declining, and then a couple years after that, just closed altogether. So we'll see how it goes this time around.
Come on, slow and steady, Krispy Kreme. Slow and steady wins the race.
Jeez, make us work for it a little. Stevie Nicks in town last night, 77 years old. Every review I've read said she is the ageless wonder. My wife Spencer was there. She said that Stevie seemed really happy to be on stage, and her voice sounded as good as ever.
Well, hell yeah.
Man, that's pretty badass.
Mm-hmm.
My understanding is the attendance wasn't phenomenal. But nonetheless, I'm sure. I mean, at 77 years old, to have anybody say that she sounds as good as ever, these people that get up there and still can just do it blow my mind.
Yeah, I think it's hard because she was supposed to be here in August,
right.
And then I think it was a shoulder thing, and then rescheduled, and then this stuff all gets discombobulated and whatever. So
I can tell you, rescheduling shows, it wreaks havoc, and almost always. The result is lower attendance than when you have to do that. I mean, the number of people that just that can't change plans.
Right.
They make that initial decision, and it's not that they blame the artist, but it just becomes really, really difficult to get the same people back. It's just, that is just a part of I'm not at all surprised to hear, actually. It's a real kick in the shins when you got to reschedule.
Yeah, for sure. In a historic moment for American currency, the U.S. Mint struck its final penny, I believe, yesterday, which was produced at the Philadelphia facility. In 2024, if you're wondering, why is the penny going away? In 2024, it cost nearly 4 cents to produce each penny. So it resulted in an $85 million loss for the Treasury. However, the penny remains legal tender, and it isn't being recalled or demonetized. The billions already tucked away in purses, coin jars, wishing wells, all of that wedged between your car seats. It'll just keep circulating. And actually, this move is apparently going to save us taxpayers $58 million a year.
Okay, so I'm hearing head to the nearest wishing well if I still want to use some pennies.
Pretty much.
But you can probably grab a bunch and for sure.
Yeah, screw your wishes.
That's right. Sports.
Not a whole lot cooking necessarily. Good news, Vikings center Ryan Kelly looks like he will be back on the field this weekend. Since his September 28th concussion, that was his second in 3 weeks. This is a guy who throughout his career, if they say he's had 5 or 6, just the way football goes, he's had more than 5 or 6. I certainly hope he is ready to play and is able to move on without getting the bean knocked around. But the main point is, man, we need him. As far as who do you really need the most? The center would be number one. That's great news if he stays healthy for McCarthy and the offense. The Loons play in San Diego, game 1 of the Western Conference semifinals, Monday, November 24th. Because the MLS would like the playoffs to lull us all into a deep winter sleep.
Jeez.
I mean, seriously, it's ridiculous they even have a playoff. It should be enough just to win the league like every proper soccer league in the world. Okay. But as Americans, we have to have an elimination tournament. But we don't need to wait 2 weeks between games. I'm just here to tell you.
I will say this. I believe part of the hang-up is international play. I think there are some cups and whatnot going on. That's why they have to. If they didn't delay it, teams would be decimated.
No, I get it. Okay. I mean, I understand.
But it's still dumb.
But there's also the point of that's why no one else in the world plays soccer in the summer.
Yeah.
Anyway, What can I say?
Fair.
American exceptionalism. Hey, the Jets are at New England tonight. Oh, mama, that whole Patriots are back thing, that's real.
Yeah.
So as much as we may have enjoyed that dynasty going away, and Drake May, you can talk him all day long. He's a solid young quarterback, but Mike Vrabel is the reason. That is a culture-building fanatic, and only a team as stupid as the Tennessee Titans would ever think about firing a guy like that. And as a Titans fan, let me tell you, it don't get no dumber.
I'm glad you're over it and don't sound salty at all.
Oh, no, not at all.
Okay.
And just another update. Another update. I have now successfully assisted another person use the printers. We're all good. These printers at this hotel business center are amazing. You didn't even hear them. They're quiet. They're efficient. They're effective. I'm making friends fast around here. This is great.
Hell yeah.
I'm just really proud of you. Your ability to adapt and persevere and help your assistants. It's inspiring.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been in a business center before. Fascinating that these things actually exist. Hey, Waverly, glad to have you with us this morning.
Oh
Waverly, Minnesota, glad to be with you. About a third of Americans say they have a side hustle. I would have thought the number was higher.
What's
honestly.
your side hustle right now, Steve? Did you help anyone find a package this morning?
No, emphasis on hustle.
Okay.
Look, okay, real quick. This is how this works. I'm on the road with my band, Howl Owl Howl.
Yeah.
I'm able to do this radio show from the comfort of a hotel room, generally speaking. Right? I have all the equipment. There's a mobile studio type of thing. It's in a cool suitcase. I look like I'm carrying the nuclear football through airports. It's awesome.
You do.
Nice.
And then I get to the room, and then I set it up, and then I feel like a genius because I can plug 4 things into each other and connect to Minnesota.
Yeah.
This morning, however, thanks to the wireless connections in the city of brotherly love, I have found myself not in a hotel room where there was no signal to be found, but I am in the business center of a downtown hotel.
Oh,
I didn't even realize anyone used the business center.
Well, I didn't even not only did I not realize that someone might still use the business center, I didn't know such a thing still existed. Because like if you remember hotels 20 years ago, the business center was where you would print your boarding pass or log into a computer to send an email,
Yes.
all that kind of stuff. Well, now a business center is it's 2 printers and then a FedEx pricing plans kiosk area where you can just figure out how much you're going to spend at FedEx or also receive a FedEx package. And I've now explained to a hotel guest while on air, no, I don't work for FedEx. I'm sorry. No, I don't know where your package is. I'd love to help you. I'm doing a radio show back to Minnesota, and the look on this woman's face.
Oh man.
like you had 3 eyes.
I'm like, sister, this is a microphone, okay? It's not a scale for weighing packages. Back off.
Maybe
Wow.
it wouldn't be so confusing if you weren't wearing your FedEx uniform.
Yeah.
I know. Well, I thought that would be funny, but no. Apparently, it's really annoying. All these guys. So anyway, listen. If you're at the Lowe's Philadelphia Business Center, come on by and say hi.
Hell yeah.
I'll be the guy 3 feet away because it's a closet. Anyway.
Oh, cool.
So as far as side hustles go, I just picked up another one. I apparently now work for FedEx. That's
love
kind
it.
of fun.
I love this for you.
So I've for years I've been a drummer that did radio, and then since I got to Minnesota, I said, I'm a radio host, and I occasionally play drums because once you get up in the morning, it's kind of like that becomes the primary. That's how that works.
Yeah.
But right now, so the side hustle, Howl Owl Howl, that's all going really well. I got another side hustle in December, Golden Smog.
Yep.
So, but it's always something. But Ryder, right now, you are a producer deluxe, executive producer, bon vivant, a raconteur in your own right. What's the side hustle in Ryder's life right now?
Okay, so the weird side hustle that I do is there's a company in Wisconsin called Casco, and they build fountains for people with fancy houses.
Okay.
So if you have a super fancy pants house with some type of water feature, like a pond on your property, and you want to put a fountain in it, but you don't, you're hardcore enough that you want to do it yourself, you want to DIY this sucker instead of paying to have the fountain put in, I do the narration for all the how-to videos.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God. I had no idea.
Yeah. Oh, well, my buddy does, he can fly a drone and stuff like that, so he does a whole bunch of video work for them. So, yeah. So if you're getting frustrated because you can't get your water feature into your pond and get it to spout the water correctly, I'm the person you're yelling at on the stupid video.
Wow, that's fancy.
Yeah.
If I'm
Classy.
I'm going to be putting together a fountain, and in the back of my head, I'm going to be hearing "reset the guest, reset the guest." Right tips.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to get the water to flow. I don't care who's in studio with us on Gorman in the Morning. That's a good side hustle. I like that. Didn't see it coming. Fletcher, what's up in your world of side hustles these days?
I mean, really, mine isn't as quirky and funny as Ryder's, but I'm the guy that plays all the music between whistles at Minnesota Frost games.
That's very cool.
That's a fun gig.
cool.
Hell yeah.
Getting to be the guy that picks the exact song when we are, when we've got a 3-2 lead and we've got a really important defensive zone face-off happening. What's the song? And you have to decide right there on the spot. So, yeah, it's entertaining.
It can set someone's mood afire right there
sure.
in the moment.
Yeah.
It can absolutely wreak havoc on someone's subconscious because oftentimes they're not aware of what they're hearing. They're just focused on the game or the kids' popcorn or whatever it is, and then hours later it's like, why is that song in my head? What in the world? Yeah. So you're like Geppetto. You're pulling strings over there at those games. I like that.
Oh, yeah. Do the players have, requests that they send you? Like, we want to hear this when we're getting into a fight or whatever?
Absolutely. We don't generally take those too seriously because they're there to play. They're there to play a game. The game's all the entertainment, which is what I try to provide, is for the people that have paid to be in the building. And now, don't get me wrong. I would say if I were to I would put a number on it. I'd say 20% of the songs I play are by player request.
What's their most unusual one?
It's what shocked me was how much rock they want. Like the players love Nickelback and AC/DC as an example.
Okay.
So yeah, they want the the blood flowing, high energy kind of stuff. Whereas the people that are there, they want to dance, they want to sing along, and they want to rock at the appropriate times.
Okay. So the players don't want to hear YMCA?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Wow. So in your face, Taylor Heisey, Fletcher's going to play what he wants to play.
Yeah. Taylor
wants. I'm hearing.
Taylor wants Tate McRae and stuff like that, and I'm like, you know what? No, we're not going to do Tate McRae right now because this is not the place.
I like it. Side hustles, man. 651-989-ROCK is the Luther Westside Volkswagen talking text line. We are talking about side hustles right here. 651-989-ROCK is the talk and text line. Is Kathy still around, Ryder? Are we going to talk with her?
I let her go, but she does sell plasma on a weekly basis. Wow. She says you can make up to $800 a month, but I think she's coming in at $125 a week, which is not bad for a weekly side hustle.
No, my wife has done that in the past, and for whatever reason, as you do it, the longer you do it, they give you less and less. At least that's what I understand.
Kind of a bummer.
Yeah, because when you first start, it's $800, and then it becomes so if she were to go back and do it, it would be less money. I don't fully understand why, but it's not real. It doesn't really motivate you to want to do it.
Kathy was saying the more times you can donate in the week, the more money you get.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
All right.
That might be a short-term thing.
That makes sense.
Fair enough. 651-989-ROCK. I imagine the text line is filling up, Paul Fletcher. What have we got?
Yeah. Big Lake Nate said the state took my weed business away by legalizing it, so there's that.
Well, I still got plenty of people who don't want to wait around for the legal stuff, so thanks,
Good
Nate.
Point.
Steven also said he's selling plasma, so that's a popular move, apparently.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I didn't realize that that there was so much gold in their veins.
Yeah.
No idea.
Right? 100%.
Pretty great. Fletcher, you mentioned something about a former side hustle of yours.
I can't believe that I'm going to say this out loud. But once upon a time in the 90s, in my late teens, early 20s, I decided that I was going to join Amway, and I did. And I went all in. So I'm hitting up, well, at least I thought I was all in anyway. I hit up all my family with overpriced toothpaste, nutritional supplements, household cleaning products. Yeah. I thought that was going to be my get rich quick scheme, and it didn't really pan out. I'm sitting here at 5 o'clock in the morning.
There were a couple of people I knew, adults, people having, moving their way through a pretty successful career as far as I could tell. And around 2009, back around the time the economy just cratered in 7 and 8, the housing crisis, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
I had several people that were hitting me up basically going, hey, have you heard about, and just the most blatant, obvious pyramid schemes they'd gotten wrapped up in.
Yeah.
And I would look at it and I'd go, hey, So wait, you're asking me that if I buy in at this level and then do this, and then all I have to do is go find 4 other people to buy in at that level, and then they go find 4 people, and they find 4 people, turned into one of those old shampoo commercials from the 70s. And I would look at them, I go, wait a minute, I don't even remember what the product was, but I was like, this is a pyramid scheme. This is one of those things. And they'd go, no, I'm pretty sure this is not that. And I'm like, is there something you want to tell me about what's really going on here? It freaked me out because, of course, I was like, well, but if it did work, hang on a minute. And I'm like,
right.
The little worm is just right there, and I'm swimming by going, I don't know. It looks like a real worm. I don't think there's a hook on the end of that, is there?
In theory, it should work. Like, it should benefit everybody. But I've never really seen one that has worked that well in the long term.
Years ago, maybe almost a decade ago, I got a text from Dave Grohl, and he said, hey, man, did you ever see that thing I did called Sonic Highways on HBO? And I was like, duh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he goes, I'm doing a second season. It's going to be cool. It's going to be different. This time, I'm going to go to a bunch of cities, and I'm going to take one guy from that scene and build a band. Every week, we'll add a new member, and then we're going to write the new record, and we're going to go perform it live and record it as a live album live on HBO.
Oh, man. That sounds insane.
I said, that sounds really cool. He goes, yeah. So I'm going to do a whole episode on Athens, Georgia, and Atlanta, Georgia, that scene. You got to be the guy. And I said, I will be the guy. Just tell me when I have to shave. And he said, okay, we're going to do it next year. And I said, cool. And then I waited. And then I never heard from him again. Actually, I did. He said something came up, and he goes, oh, well, and then somebody, who was it? PJ Harvey did a very similar thing on British television, and he was like, oh, screw it. I'm going to come back around to it. And it never came back around. So anyway, for a hot minute there, I was like, I'm going to be the representative of the Athens/Atlanta music scene for a Dave Grohl show on HBO. Didn't happen. But that doesn't mean I'm not excited this weekend because Howl Owl Howl is rolling into both Athens and Atlanta. So Athens, the home of REM and a million other bands.
Yes.
Atlanta, the home of the Black Crowes. Atlanta's where I moved to get my musical life going. Athens is where Mike Mills moved to get his started. And Darius Rucker grew up in South Carolina, which just looked towards Athens and Atlanta always for musical inspiration. So these are like the 2 shows we've all been looking the most forward to.
I can imagine.
Going down to Atlanta today, flying to Atlanta today, and then tomorrow night Athens, Saturday night Atlanta. We may literally just have to break the band up afterwards because we're about to hit our apex. I'm telling you, and by the number of people blowing me up for tickets, and I'm ignoring all of them.
Wow.
Good for you.
Yeah.
One, you can't wrap up the band without playing First Avenue because we're going to blow everybody else out of the water with how crazy we're going to get when you finally do get to play here or whatever club it is that you end up playing.
Well, I thought the cool thing to do would be to have our first photo shoot ever at First Ave.
Yep.
And obviously be at First Ave, and then just never play the Twin Cities, just to really rankle everybody.
Awesome. That sounds like so much fun.
That's what a punk band would do. That's punk rock.
It is very punk rock. Okay, so for people who aren't familiar, how far away is Athens from Atlanta?
It's 60 miles.
Okay.
It's an hour.
So you could go to both shows.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
If you were Johnny on the spot when tickets went on sale.
Oh.
Now, and when I got to Atlanta, Athens was like my 2 musical meccas in the 80s as a college kid was Athens and Minneapolis. That was really the Twin Cities because I don't mean to Husker Du is a big part of that. But those were the 2 scenes I was most enamored with by far. And in 1986, I was in the process of relocating to Minnesota when things got in the way of that happening. A few months later, a buddy said, hey, let's go down to Georgia and start a band. And it was going to be one or the other back then. It's funny that I ended up here all these years later because I was in the process of getting my ass to the Twin Cities back in 1986. And then, who knows? I could have ended up, playing in a band that no one's ever heard of, but that the locals still sit around and go, you should have seen him. You should have seen him. The locals, there's always those bands.
Okay.
But anyway, so Athens was one scene. Atlanta was another. Now, in real time, everybody got along, but there was a great rivalry going on because you got the college town and then you got the big ass city. Two very different environments for with which bands would be coming out of. And then the college town had the B-52s and REM.
Oh wow. Yeah.
It was kind of like, and then not to mention Pylon and Love Tractor and all these other bands that were regionally very significant. So Atlanta had like the Georgia Satellites, kind of a one-hit, good rock band, but kind of a one-hit wonder.
Yep.
And then Driving and Crying was a big band at that time.
Yeah.
We came out of there, obviously. Some other really good, and then shortly after that, there was Collective Soul, kind of the Indigo Girls. So both towns had a lot going on.
The hip hop scene blew up out of Atlanta as well.
Well, I mean that's a whole nother universe
show.
that made everybody go rock music. That is so dead.
Okay, I got a controversial question for the Athens show.
Yeah,
I believe Michael Stipe still lives there. Is he going to pop up?
He will not be there.
No,
he's not going to be. He's not going to be in town. Word on the street is Bill Berry will be in attendance. That would be the drummer from REM.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, a man I have never met.
Oh, weird.
That's strange.
Okay.
And I get to meet him on Friday, and I get to thank him because I've been ripping him off for 40 years when I sit down at the drum kit.
I can't wait to hear how it goes.
There are little Bill Berry-isms in my playing that no one else has ever gone, you do that thing like Bill Berry. And I'm like, yeah, I do. Because that's the genius. When you steal things blindly from other people, sometimes people are there's no way he's doing that because Bill Berry did it. And the answer is no, that's exactly why I'm doing it. Yeah.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much.
Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Good Thursday morning from the Business Center at the Lowe's, Philadelphia. No place I'd rather be. I'm printing. I'm helping people get their FedEx labels done. I'm having a hell of a morning. As far as side hustles go, it could be a lot worse. I am very happy to say, wake up, Maggie. There's something I think I want to say to you. Maggie Faris is in studio.
It's not on.
Just
say it. Say it. Just say it. Don't be shy. Just say it. Okay.
Let's see.
It's
it was
the
late
Rod
September.
Stewart. Yeah.
Now I got it.
Be back at school.
No, I got it. I just thought maybe you had something deep-seated in there that you needed to tell me.
Now, just, you know what? Just a warmth inside. You walk in. I'm looking at you right now.
I can't see you, but I love you.
This is like Buck Rogers radio, man. This is great.
This is the future.
This is Buck Rogers.
This is the future.
You won't even need a studio
awesome.
soon.
It'll
be just a microphone in your mouth.
The two coolest things about the future, well, the three things. One, the microphones that'll be in our mouths.
Yep.
Two, the fact that I can watch live English soccer. And three, the fact that I can print FedEx labels while doing morning radio 1,000 miles away.
Nice.
I love 2025.
That's a unique multitask. That's awesome.
Trying to do my best, Maggie. You know me.
I do.
Just the grind. It's always on the grind.
Do you miss Chauncey when you're on the road?
Oh, God, yeah. And not only do I miss him, my wife really misses him being away from her because he just doesn't leave her alone.
No.
He knows he can work her over. It's like we just went out and he'll just go stand at the door and look at her. Now, he does that to me and I just ignore it and she just can't. She's like, no, okay, fine, we'll go again.
She's a softie.
Yeah, she's a total softie. Maggie, you're here as we love to have you on Thursdays for a little game of Rank You Very Much.
Yeah.
If everybody's ready, I say we dive right in.
All right, game on.
Do it.
Today's rankings, this is what we're talking about, walk-on songs. Let's say you're about to play a gig, a comedy gig, a music gig. You're about to go on stage.
We're gigging.
You want to hype the crowd. You want to get yourself hyped. What music are they playing on the PA? What's your walk-out, walk-on, walk-up music? Maggie, let's see what you got. What's your number 3?
All right, my number 3 would be Eminem, Lose Yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, this is just going to hype you up. It's going to get you ready. I'm in the zone. You can feel it. It's energy.
Mom's spaghetti.
All over my shirt, man.
Man. Very strong. See, you guys are, I love the fact that you're thinking about the audience. This is so personal for me. I'm like, the last thing I'm thinking about is anybody but me.
Oh,
What's
don't worry.
Put me in the mood.
Don't worry.
My me is coming.
Yeah, number 2 and 1 for me are both for me. Yeah.
Okay, Steve, what's your number 3?
Yeah, what's your number 3?
My first album of my very own. I was 5 years old, and I won it as a door prize at a community college basketball game.
Oh.
It's the Bee Gees' 2 Years On, and there's a song on that album. When it first came on, as a 5-year-old, I was reborn. I was a 5-year-old convert to the Church of the Backbeat, ladies and gentlemen. Back Home by the Bee Gees. And I remember saying this. I think this is acid rock.
When you were 5?
Yeah, I had older brothers. I was hip.
Okay, all right.
And to me, this was the greatest rock song that had ever been recorded. And I played it so much that one of my brothers walked into the room one day and handed me 3 Beatles records and goes, "Play these instead. If I hear the Bee Gees one more time," he threatened to kill me. And then he handed me the Beatles records, and then that was all over. It was like, oh.
Good for him, though. He
R.I.P. R.I.P.
He knew.
Bee Gees.
Yeah, bye,
once
Bee
the Beatles
Gees.
come along, yeah.
That was a little crazy. So that's my number 3, Bee Gees Back Home. All right, Fletcher, time for your number 2.
Okay, if I'm in a band, I feel like we mostly use moody stuff before we take the stage, and this right here is the top of the heap for that. It's Pink Floyd's "Shine On, You Crazy Diamond."
Okay.
Okay.
I'll give it to you.
Well, I'm going to take it either way.
Well, good for you.
You can
Take
give it to me if you
I
want.
can,
Fine.
I
gave
can
it and you
smell
took
the
it.
fog. The fog machine.
Hell yeah, sure.
Working overtime
Sure.
right there.
And lights coming out from behind the fog, so the fog, you see the individual beams of the light because of the fog.
Of
Oh,
course.
yeah, it'd be awesome.
Of course. Laser lights.
Let's go.
All right, Maggie, you're number 2.
My number 2 is White Stripes, Seven Nation Army, please.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That always works.
I can't tell if Maggie's getting up to do a rock show or present a hockey game, because
I might do both. You don't know me.
thought I did. I
Nobody
guess I don't.
backs Maggie
I have
into a
many
corner.
many interests.
Aspects.
Yes. I am a
facets.
Yes.
You have
all
lots.
those.
You're like an onion. You have lots of layers.
Thank you. I'm
There you
so
go.
diverse.
Yes.
Thank you.
That I knew.
Okay. All right.
All right.
All right. So
Steve?
my number 2, instant party, instant funk, instant groove, instant cool. Just put on Sissy Strut by the Meters.
Damn.
This would be nice to
Anytime,
walk up
anywhere, the mood is within 10 seconds. Everyone's at least 30% happier than they were.
Mm-hmm.
The Meters work for every event. I would listen to the Meters at a wedding and at a funeral and everything in between. At a christening, at a birth, I would pull a truck out of the mud to the Meters. Whatever you have to do, put the Meters on. Everyone's going to feel better about it.
I feel the same way after this song, after the Golden Girls song. Like it's an exciting warmth.
I just love that if I ever have a truck stuck in the mud, I can play the Meters and Steve will come help.
Or you just magically get unstuck.
Oh,
It
that
kicks
too.
right into
That
four-wheel
too.
drive when you hit the meters.
Don't underestimate the power of the Meters. That's the lesson here today. We are playing a game of Rank You Very Much. And Maggie Faris is in studio with us because that's how we like to roll.
Yeah, buddy.
Today's topic, walkout music. You're about to go on stage. What song is blasting over the PA to set the mood in the room or at least in your own mind? We have gone through our number 3s. We have gone through our number 2s. Before our number 1s, Fletcher, any text messages of note?
Yes. Let me get to... well, first of all, Serpico just wanted to reemphasize your meters. He thought that was fantastic.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Our buddy John, the celeb cook. Number 3, Godzilla. Number 2, Frankenstein. Number 1, the Wonton song. I'm not sure about any of these.
Oh, man. John, send us some links, dude.
He did?
No, I'm asking
Oh,
him
yeah.
to.
Send us some links.
Yeah.
Walkout song rankings from Matt Satriano. Number 3, Wild Thing.
Okay.
What are you, Ricky Vaughn in Major League?
That's what makes it great.
Number 2, Lose Yourself.
Oh,
so we
see,
aligned with
boom.
Maggie there.
Thank
and
you.
number 1, the opening guitar riff for 25 or 6-4.
Oh.
That's not a bad call.
Okay. All right. I'm digging it. I like the suggestion for the Wanton song. I mean, you don't hear that's an overlooked gem from Physical Graffiti. I can get behind that anytime. All right, it's time for our number 1s. Ryder, you are up first.
Okay.
I'm excited.
This one's going to be super obvious. Does anybody have a guess?
No.
No?
No.
The Knight Rider theme?
Come on. It's all about Knight Rider.
Dude.
I think you just like TV themes.
I mean, I do.
Yeah.
It's hard to go wrong.
Clearly.
Mine's the cheer song.
I have been to shows where people have used that.
You should do the Cheers theme, and then when you walk out, have somebody announce on the mic, Norm!
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Too bad my name is not Norm.
I know, it would have been even better, right?
Oh, my number one. First of all, I think you have next week's topic all set out, which is your Rank You Very Much theme songs, television theme songs.
Yeah.
Right? Ooh, okay, my number one, which I will always, if anyone ever asks me, what music do you want to come out to? I want to come out to Queen, Don't Stop Me Now.
I'm just going to throw the word fabulous out there.
Very good.
It really is. It really is.
I do have a caveat, though, where, I mean, I know you didn't know this, but you have to start it somewhere in the middle because it's so slow building.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but it's such a great tune.
Hey, you know what? That audience, they can sit there for 3 minutes. It's
can
fine.
they, though?
Sure.
Yeah, they can. They're not going to have a choice.
Okay. All right.
Because it builds right here, and then it goes back down. When it goes back down, that's when you hit the stage.
Boom.
As far as predictable number ones, this one for me was, anybody that listens knows this was coming from a mile away. Can't even believe I have to explain it, but make no mistake, the entire song will play, all 6 minutes and 43 seconds of Hocus Pocus by Focus. What are you kidding? The multiple yodeling breaks, flaming flute solo, all 3 guitar solos.
Okay.
I don't want to hear about Golden Earring. When I need Dutch rock, I go to Focus, baby.
Okay, you know what? I didn't see it coming. Now that it's here, it totally makes sense.
My favorite song of all time since the first time I heard it, there's never been room for anybody to even get close. There's a whole bunch of great music, and then there's the Border Collie running the show, and that is Hocus Pocus by Focus.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Oh, come on, man. There's not enough yodeling in rock.
You need to pay attention.
There's your Rank You Very Much for the week.
Yeah,
That's
well done.
a great job, everybody.
We did really good.
We ranked it so hard.
Man. Maggie, you hanging out for a minute, or you got to bounce? What's happening?
I'll hang out for a minute. 7 minutes, a little bit.
What?
Noted.
Maggie's going to have it at a hada. I'm in Philadelphia. I'm specifically in the business center at the Lowe's Philadelphia. You just never know where you're going to end up doing a radio show.
Do they have a good cheesesteak in the Lowe's Center?
You know what? I've yet to discover that. I have stepped out a couple times looking for a cup of coffee, and the line goes through the lobby. So far, it's just a water-fueled morning of radio for me. Maggie Faris is in studio with us. Maggie.
Hi.
In a few minutes, Maggie's going to blow our minds with a new announcement. I'm very excited about this. But right now, more pressing concerns, not more pressing concerns, but just a protocol we have to follow, Maggie. You understand.
I get
it.
We're
feeling Minnesota.
Rules.
It's time for headlines, Paul Fletcher.
That's right. And just FYI, I went to an unnamed sandwich shop yesterday, and I got a Philly cheesesteak just in your honor, Steve.
Oh, brother, I appreciate it.
It was really good, too. It was really good. I actually did
yesterday.
Thank you for
being a friend.
The ninth, you're welcome. The 9th annual Great Northern Festival is set to take place from January 28th through February 1st, largely centered around St. Anthony, Maine. The 2026 festival grounds will stretch from the Stone Arch Bridge area through Father Hennepin Bluff Park, also satellite events in St. Paul, other locations in Minneapolis. I've never heard of it. This is the 9th annual Great Northern Festival. There's a sauna village, live music, dance parties, food trucks, like all in the dead of winter. It kind of sounds awesome.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's Father Hennepin Park, or as we call it, Fort Chauncey.
Oh, is that where he takes all his dumps? Or
that's where I designated it. That first day in town, I was like, I'll just take him over to Fort Chauncey, and it stuck. I can't think of it any other
Chauncey,
way.
I love that.
But yeah. That's dead. That's what is it? Ground zero for the Gorman experience right there.
I expect to see Chauncey in a sauna sometime this winter.
That'd be great.
Oh yeah, no, we'll make it happen.
Just for a minute, though.
The president signed the government funding bill last night, ending the longest government shutdown in U.S. history. Yay! The bill passed the House by a 222 to 209 margin. It restores pay to furloughed federal workers, reopens agencies, and revives critical services. Here's the thing. It funds the government through January 30th, 2026. So hopefully we don't go through this all over again in like 3 months.
Yeah, don't hold your breath.
Man, I hope they get those full paychecks tomorrow, though, because I think they're either going to be due because it's a Friday or due because it's almost the 15th.
Yeah,
so,
good call.
game
Hopefully,
on.
yeah, nice big fat checks with
Happy
back pay
hour.
and all that. Yeah, 100%. Hundreds of bagpipers broke a world record in Australia yesterday when they gathered to perform AC/DC's "It's a Long Way to the Top." Check this out.
Well, we love breaking a world record, don't we? And there are hundreds and hundreds of people here from the public to watch this very special moment.
Well, I've been playing bagpipes since I was 9, and I'm just sort of thinking this would be a bit of fun toward the end of my career. Go out with a bang.
Oh, yeah. They don't sound that bad.
They sound great.
If you want to piss off an entire country, one known as Scotland, break a bagpipe record in Australia. Oh, trust me, every pub in Scotland is gearing up right now. They did what? Oh, that record's gonna fall before the new year if I know the Scots.
374 total bagpipes in that crew. Maggie Faris, let's have you try to guess. How old is the oldest performer in that group of 374 record-setting bagpipe players?
82.
That's a good guess. That's close to what Ryder said a couple hours ago.
Yeah.
98
Wow.
years old.
Man.
That dude, 98, he's
piping it.
blowing like that. Yeah, it's impressive. Indian scientists have created magnetic nanobots that can repair sensitive teeth with no dentist required. The scientists call these things CalBots, which are designed to crawl into the microscopic tubes of your teeth and seal them shut from the inside. Unlike toothpaste, which only protects the surface, these bots deliver a permanent fix using a chemical formula that acts like natural enamel. The results have been so positive that the research team is now working toward clinical trials. Maggie Faris, are you letting little tiny robots into your teeth?
Yes, and maybe they can put a microphone in there too, and then we don't need a studio. Remember?
Yeah.
My plan from before? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's the future.
Microphone in
Who
your
doesn't love
mouth.
the future?
That's right.
Okay.
Steve?
Let's talk sports briefly. No, I don't want to know about it.
Okay.
No. Let's talk about Ryan Kelly, the Vikings center. Looks like he will be back on the field this weekend. After his September 28th concussion, he's been sitting out. The man had several concussions before he came to the Vikings, and then with a couple this season, he needed a good long break. I hope he is okay. I hope he's going to continue to be okay, and I really hope he's back on the field. Having a center with his experience and his ability and his talent in front of J.J. McCarthy, or if you still prefer, 9, is really going to be a good thing. So that hope is rounding the corner as far as Ryan Kelly is concerned. The Loons will go to the second round of the MLS playoffs. They will kick off at San Diego, 10 p.m. Monday, November 24th. Boy, we take a long time to get through these MLS playoffs, boy.
It's astonishing. It's hard to understand.
It is. Tonight on Thursday Night Football, Mike Vrabel and the New England Patriots, the recently resurgent New England Patriots, will defeat the New York Jets. So wager accordingly.
Yeah.
I'm just sometimes Vrabel has the reputation as the guy who loses the games he should win and then wins the games you don't expect to see. Mm-hmm. But it's the New York Jets, and it's on Thursday night, which means the Patriots are going to roll. That's how that works. Sunfish Lake, look at you, girl.
Yeah. Hey,
cute.
Maggie Faris, didn't you spend some time as a child in Sunfish Lake?
I did. I lived in Sunfish Lake till I was 18.
So your parents are loaded. No comment.
I mean, what do you say?
You just what is there to say about Sunfish Lake? The town speaks for itself.
It does. Cute. There's a lot of Twins players that live there now.
It's
and
very
Vikings
fancy.
players.
Yeah.
So
So
it's
you're
right near
saying-
Vikings Stadium.
So you're saying your parents are loaded.
My parents were pro athletes. And they're both on
Nice.
Wheaties boxes.
Maggie Faris is in studio. We've had a round of Rank You Very Much earlier in the day. A lot of fun. If you ever miss any part of the show, of course, you can always get to the Gorman in the Morning podcast, available wherever you get podcasts, brought to you by our friends at Devani's Pizza and Hot Hoagies. Maggie Faris.
Yummy.
Maggie Faris has some information that she is here to share, and I am all ears on the edge of my seat. Let's have it.
All right, are you ready for this? I got word yesterday that we have a release date, Tuesday, November 25th. My special will be available on Amazon and other streaming services. It's called Traditional Beauty. Please watch it.
Yes, Maggie. That's
Maggie
awesome.
on Prime. Maggie on Prime. Maggie on Prime.
You know, that's my second time being on Prime. I was on the Beast Games.
That's right.
I fell through a trap door. That's it. That was my only screen time.
Of course you did.
Yeah. Also, hey, next Wednesday, the November 19th, I'll have For the Record at Laugh Camp, which is another really fun show. Come. It's at 7 o'clock. You'll be home by 9.
Nice.
Yep. It's
Still
like
late,
9 different comedians doing 7 minutes.
What's
Super
the date
fun.
again?
That one's November 19th.
Okay.
And then the night before Thanksgiving, I will also be at Laugh Camp, and that will be a really fun show. And
I'm going to that for sure.
He's coming to that
1,000%. Yep.
Also, I'll be there New Year's Eve. But follow me. I'm Extreme Maggie on everything. Listen to my podcast. It's called Big Labia Energy, and we'll see. I appreciate you all enjoying.
Maggie on Prime.
Always happy to have a reason to say the word labia on the
Right.
radio. So
Yes.
give me the release date on Maggie on Prime again, please.
Tuesday, November 25th. Traditional
Nice.
Beauty.
That is great, Maggie.
can't wait.
It is all of our pleasure always to see
Thank
you
you
and
so
hang out. Thank you.
much. I appreciate you having me back.
Maggie's the best. Hey, you know what? It's time to turn our attention to the weekend. The Vikings will be hosting division rivals, the Chicago Bears, and Vikings Insider Sam Ekstrom will break it down for us. Hey, if you have any specific questions for Sam you would like us to ask, hit us up on the Luther Westside Volkswagen Talk and Text line, 651-989-ROCK. What do you need to know about the game on Sunday? 651-989-ROCK.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
The Vikings host the Bears at noon on Sunday, and Vikings Insider Sam Ekstrom, host and executive producer with the Locked On Sports Minnesota Podcast Network, joins us on Gorman in the morning to discuss. Sam, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Steve. How are we?
So far, so good, brother man. Is it oversimplification? Is it an oversimplification, I should say, to look over at Caleb Williams and say, hey, J.J. McCarthy, let's just take a deep breath for the fans who are worried about J.J. Look at Caleb. No greater example than a guy in his first season as a starter kind of losing the plot, regaining it, losing it again. Now in year 2, he's steadying himself into a pretty solid NFL quarterback. I mean, should we take heart when we're worried about JJ's development by looking at what Caleb's doing this year?
Yeah. I mean, I think that fans probably need to take their both palms off the panic button to some extent. This is still very early in J.J. McCarthy's arc. I think people are thrown off, Steve, by that rookie year he spent, and it's unclear what the expectation is supposed to be. Like, was he supposed to improve when he was sitting out hurt? Was he supposed to get better mentally and be able to make better decisions because he had that year in the building? And I don't know. I don't know if that's realistic. He really is very much a rookie still, and he made a lot of rookie mistakes last Sunday. I think fans are also thrown off when they see a quarterback like Jackson Dart in New York have some pretty immediate success. Bo Nix had a lot of immediate success last year with Denver. So there's an impatience that comes with being a top 10 pick, whether that's fair or not. So there's a lot of discourse right now about whether J.J. McCarthy can be the guy 1 week after we were just very happy with him after he beat Detroit.
One good thing is he's already beaten this team. I mean, obviously the season opener in Chicago when he had that incredible fourth quarter, it's not often you can say, hey, JJ's already beaten this team. So, I mean, I'm looking for every silver lining I can find here.
Yeah, there's 2 teams he's beaten, and they're both in the division. So that's a level of encouragement. That was a heck of a debut back in week 1, scored 21 points in the fourth quarter. I think that was an NFL record for a quarterback making his debut, that he would account for 3 touchdowns in a fourth quarter comeback. So he's got some good vibes around this game. Chicago's obviously come a long way since then. They've won 6 out of 7 with a lot of crazy wins along the way for them. Yeah. And they've got a lot of confidence behind Ben Johnson. So that's a team coming in that feels like they're trying to prove something, that they belong in the conversation atop the NFC North.
Sam Ekstrom's with us on Gorman in the morning. Ryan Kelly back on the field. My goodness, to have a center who really knows what he's doing in there has got to be really exciting for the Vikings right now, especially for JJ, or as, of course, we want to call him 9. I feel like it's important to put the emphasis on lower the voice for 9 as he comes in. But what kind of a difference do you expect if Ryan Kelly is on the field, if he is playing up to his usual standards? How much of a difference does that make for JJ?
Yeah, I think it's, first of all, probably a coin flip whether Kelly is activated for this game. They might give him a little more of a ramp-up period. It's not totally clear yet, but the offensive line just hasn't been together. They envisioned this big, nasty, mean group that wasn't going to let the quarterback get touched, and they were going to run block, and they were going to do all this stuff, and they spent tens of millions of dollars, and they just haven't all been together at the same time. I mean, Christian Darrisaw was kind of slow to get going this season with his injury. You had the Donovan Jackson surgery. You had the Brian O'Neill knee and Ryan Kelly's head. And the only guy that's really been healthy is Will Fries at right guard. 4/5 of your line has been battered and going under the knife and dealing, playing through knee sprains. Like it's been a real mess. So just getting some semblance of health back to that group and maybe getting your envisioned 5 starters playing together for the first time would be a step in the right direction as we enter the second half of the year.
Sam, I was kind of laughing on Monday, but I was serious too. It seems to me, tell me if I'm just being a lunatic here, the body language sensor in me says that sometimes JJ looks out across the field, he sees Justin Jefferson, and he sees Justin Jefferson with a step or even wide open, and he just has an adrenaline surge, and he rifles the ball over his head. Could it be that simple? JJ has thrown some incredible touch passes in some very important times, and then on a standard play to the greatest receiver in the league, he can't seem to find the target. What's going on with that?
Yeah, you make a really good point that he makes some extremely high-level throws that are like one of one. Like, wow, how many guys could make that throw? And then he makes another handful in a game that look like, a high school backup quarterback. In the past, it's been a good strategy for, the Kirk Cousins or the Sam Darnold to just throw it up in the direction of Justin Jefferson, and he makes the play. And some of these throws by McCarthy have not even been close, not even giving him that chance to get his hands on the football. And speaking of body language, the body language for Jefferson hasn't been great either. When this happens, he's a competitive dude. You can tell he's frustrated. Like when two balls are getting intercepted around him, you can tell that it's wearing on him. He doesn't even want to chase after the guy because he's so frustrated. So keeping Jefferson happy, also part of this equation. I think he had about 4 catches on 12 targets last Sunday. That's got to be way better, especially on some of those simple throws that you alluded to, Steve, where he's wide open. There's no reason to miss him. And McCarthy, maybe he's trying to throw on the run. Maybe he's a little too juiced. He's trying to overthrow the football. We've seen that a few times, but he's just not as accurate as the Vikings need him to be.
We're going up against the Bears, of course, again for the second time this season. You said they've run off 6 out of 7 since we saw them last, and they've had a lot of wild roller coaster games. What is the state, in your mind, of the Bears' defense? Is this a team that we should be able to move the ball on?
I do. I think that this is a gettable defense. They just gave up 42 to Cincinnati. I view the Bears very much as I viewed the 2022 Vikings, who had a new coach, and they were really not that good on a play-by-play basis, but they won every close game, and they had some absurd comebacks, some absurd wins. And this is all kind of evening out for Chicago because if you remember last year, they lost 10 games in a row down the stretch. And half of those games were by one possession, by one play, the Hail Mary against them in Washington. They lost all of these games a year ago, and now they seem to be winning all of these games with some really zany, incomprehensible plays down the stretch. Big comeback in the fourth quarter late against New York last week. I think that's going to come back to bite them. I don't think they can sustain that all season either. So I think the Vikings are rightfully favored in this game if they play up to their standard. I think the Vikings can move the ball, and I think they can win.
Sam Ekstrom's with us on Gorman in the morning. Every team at this point of the season has a long list of injuries. Our edge, Jonathan Greenard, is banged up pretty bad right now. Did not practice Wednesday. He's leading the defensive line with 471 snaps so far. How deep are we if he's not able to go on Sunday?
Yeah, Dallas Turner would have to step up again. You know, we saw him play a bigger role when Andrew Van Ginkel was out, and the same would be said if Grenard is out. They would lean more on Dallas Turner. He, of course, had that controversial roughing the passer call on Lamar Jackson last week that had people enraged. And I would say that the resume on Turner has been a bit underwhelming. We see him flash at times, but for a first-round pick, you probably expect more production. And he's gotten plenty of opportunities to do that this year. So we're waiting for the real breakout for Dallas Turner. Beyond that, the depth is not that great, Steve. So I think this team cannot afford another edge rusher injury because it's pretty thin.
Hey, Sam, it's Paul Fletcher. I noticed that Rome Odunze and DJ Moore did not practice yesterday for the Bears. I don't know how closely you follow that side, but with those guys out, if they're out, doesn't this give the Vikings defense an opportunity to do the old cliched pin their ears back and go after Caleb Williams without as many targets or reliable targets out there? And that has to be a positive, right?
Yeah, no doubt. Both of them were DNP yesterday at practice, did not participate. We'll see what that looks like today. But getting after Caleb Williams, the Vikings have done that really well. The 3 times that Brian Flores has faced him, the Vikings are 3-0, and they've really harassed Williams. But if you remember in week 1, they had to chase him around a lot more. He made a lot of improvised plays with his legs. Sometimes, when you bring a lot of pressure to a quarterback that mobile, they'll just bounce it around to the outside, and then they'll beat you down the field. So you have to be really disciplined in your rush. But if they're missing a couple of weapons, that's good for the Vikings defense, no question. The Bears have, a good tight end this year, the rookie Colston Loveland. He's been getting a bigger role as well. So there's dudes out there for Chicago, more than we've seen in years past. But if they're missing Moore and Odunze, that would be a massive loss.
Let's just contain Caleb. You don't want to chase him. That guy can elude a tackle as well as anybody in the league. I mean, once a week, there's at least one play where I look at the TV and go, "You've got to be kidding me."
The touchdown that he beat New York with last week. I mean, it doesn't look like he has any business getting that angle toward the sideline, and he beats you to the spot. He's one of the fastest, and I guess it kind of harkens back to like rookie Mahomes, where Mahomes was doing this to everybody.
Yep.
He doesn't do it quite as much anymore. Williams he can absolutely fly. He just beats you with pure speed. So that will be frustrating to watch on Sunday if he does that a couple times. There's nothing more demoralizing than feeling like you have a quarterback in your clutches and then watching him rumble for 15 yards.
Sam Ekstrom's with us on Gorman in the Morning. It's crunch time, baby. Let's have your pick. Noon kickoff, Chicago at U.S. Bank. What's going to happen?
Yeah, this is totally the kiss of death. So sorry, Vikings, but I feel like there's an avalanche. There's an avalanche coming where the Vikings are just going to get a bunch of takeaways. They're going to get a couple interceptions that they've been due for. The ball's going to bounce their way. Like against Baltimore, there were 3 batted balls that went straight in the air that they couldn't intercept. I just feel like it's going to happen at some point, and it's going to happen in bunches. I think the avalanche is going to happen on Sunday. The Bears have been playing with their food. They've been winning these crazy close games. I think that's going to come back around on them. I actually like the Vikings by a bunch. I'm going to say 27-9 Vikings on Sunday. Absolute jinx. There's no chance it happens, but I'm going with it anyway.
No, man, I love that. Fly the freak flag proudly. That's great.
They've been playing with their food. I love that.
Sam, it's always a pleasure, brother. Let's hope from your lips to JJ's ears. This is exactly what we see. I want to see that more than anything. I like the 9 on the scoreboard for the Bears. I want to see that. Sam, thanks so much, brother.
Yeah, you bet. Have a good day.
Fair enough. Hey, KQ's Rock the Pantry is happening right now through November 21st, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Saturday. We are collecting non-perishable food donations here at the KQ Studios, 2000 Southeast Elm Street. We're doing this for the Open Door Pantry. Every donor will get KQ swag and a shot to win some awesome prizes like Minnesota Wild tickets, autographed pucks, and a signed Kaprizov Jersey,
Sweet.
which is awesome. More info at 92kqrs.com, sponsored by our friends at MSP Plumbing, Heating, Air. Ryder?
We're loading it up. Yeah, there's shirts everywhere. There gets to be more and more and more food in the lobby every morning when I walk in.
Yep, it's great. It's great to see. And let's bring in even more food. Let's fill that freaking lobby.
Hell yeah. Take advantage of the Saturday hours.
Nice. Keep it coming.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92kqrs.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. I am in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the city of brotherly love this morning, but I'm still looking at Dean Delray, who is joining us in studio. Always looking good, my man. Good morning. Welcome to town. Welcome to the show.
Dude, I showered thinking you were going to be here. I could have just skipped it.
I'm so sorry. I didn't shower knowing you were going to be here, but that's the difference between you and me right now.
I mean, I realize we don't go back, but it's okay to shower for me and Ryder. I'm just saying.
I don't know you guys. I got a level I got to stick with Steve, you know.
Fair enough.
Dean is a absolute grinder, one of the harder working comedians in America these days, but life began as a musician and you're a music fanatic from life. Have you ever seen Stevie Nicks live?
You know what? That's crazy ass. It's one of the. I never saw Fleetwood Mac, and I haven't seen Stevie Nicks, which is nuts. You know?
Yeah, that is nuts.
I did see her singing kind of like one of those benefits, you know, where they come and do one song. But I have not seen her do her thing. And man, I mean, when Christy died, I was just floored.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, I love that era of Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah,
it's insane.
The easy thing to ask about you and your concerts, it's not what's your favorite show ever, but who haven't you seen that you still need to see? Because that's a very short list.
Well, I just clicked off Billy Joel and didn't need to see that, turns out. No, I'm not.
That's okay.
Listen, I thought I loved Billy Joel. Turns out I don't.
Okay.
Now, I'm not ripping on him. I love about 4 songs. But it was mostly the crowd. They were just like older white drunk ladies.
Yeah.
And they were singing the tunes, and I was like, knock it off.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to hear Billy.
And he could only play Allentown once a night. If he did it 3 times, it'd be a better show.
Yeah. You know, I'm being harsh. It was okay, but you know, I've seen all the greats pretty much. I'll tell you what. You know, I always say promote what's great, not what you hate. 2 nights ago, I saw Queens of the Stone Age do the you know, their restructured versions of all these songs.
It was an orchestra, right?
It was an orchestra. Sometimes it was just Josh and a handheld light. Sometimes it was just haunting keyboards. It was kind of Karen Finley meets Nick Cave meets like, what's that Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Holy hell.
Not where I saw that going.
It was the bravest thing I've ever seen a band do that, and it shows you how great of an audience this band has. You got to think about Josh from the desert of Caius.
Yeah.
And you still got those guys, when Caius getting back together. All the way to what he was doing at the Dolby Theater, which is where they do the Academy Awards. And it's like 6 stories. It looks like something where they do the Kennedy honors, you know?
Okay.
And he comes out, the band's wearing suits, and it just blew my mind. It was like a Bowie-esque kind of, it was insane.
I believe
that's outstanding.
I mean, I'm 59. To be able to go to a concert this deep in my life of so many bands I've seen and just sit there with my jaw on the ground and just go like this, I mean, I don't even know how they rehearsed this. It just sounds like a soundscape, and then he's up there and you're going like, this is Hanging Tree. Like, you start to figure out what song it is.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
very cool.
Insane.
Yeah,
Dean Delray's in studio with us. Dean is at Acme tonight, 8 o'clock, Friday and Saturday, 2 shows, 7 and 9:30, both nights. Dean is a man who's been to a million gigs, played music for years, still does play music, and now, of course, in comedy. So comedy is now how many years since you started? I know you know the exact date, and I know you know the number of sets you've done.
Yeah, December 6th, 2009 I started. So I'm coming up on my 17th year, over 6,000 shows. I just dropped that special 5836 that I promoted on here a while ago.
Yep.
Shot in a cave. And that's what spot it was then, 5836, 5,836. So easily over 6,000 now. I don't know the exact number today, but I'm at 330 for the year.
That's oh my God.
Yeah.
And still has time to go to shows.
Yeah. Rarely. My new rule with shows is if they play the same set list every night, I don't go. And if I've seen them more than like 5 times, I'm out. I go see new music. There's some... I mean, these bands out right now, Geese is insane. Not
I've heard
Goose.
that name, too.
Geese, check them out. The Color Green. Marcus King has a new record out that's blowing my mind. There's so much good music. If you say there's no good music anymore, I walk away from you.
Yeah, you do. If you're looking for good young rock music, you have to look a little harder than you did when we were kids, but it's still very much out there. You are now... in the last 2 weeks, no exaggeration, at least the 10th person to mention Geese.
Oh, man. I was promoting Geese about 4 years ago. I think it was during COVID. They were Brooklyn-based. They shot their own concert in their basement and put it up on YouTube. And I was like, oh, who is this band? And now they're starting to get some severe traction all over the place. But I've been loving this band for about 4 years. Oh, and
that's
then
awesome.
MJ Lennerman. That's the record of the year.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard it, but that's another name that I'm seeing constantly.
Oh, if you like Wilco, you are going to love this kid. He is a tunesmith, man.
Right on.
Wow.
Dean Delray's
Right.
in studio with us. Dean is at Acme tonight and Friday and Saturday. 1 show tonight, 2 the next 2 nights. Minneapolis, not a slouch city when it comes to comedy or music. There's been so much of both out of the Twin Cities all these years. But you grew up Bay Area, basically, correct?
Yeah, San Francisco, Bay Area, 100%.
So when you as a kid, we're basically the same age. As a kid in the 70s, what did the 60s Bay Area music scene mean to you? You were into the harder stuff, I know, but were you into Quicksilver and the Dead and the Airplane, or was that sort of like other guys' music, older people's music?
Well, for a long time, I hated the Dead.
Okay.
And now, like Bruce, I hated Bruce, and now I love them both. I think that you can't love all the music at the same time, or you'll be out of music.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm glad that the Dead hit me later on, and I think it just kind of, I was around, I grew up 10th Avenue in San Francisco, right by the Haight, so I was around a lot of these Trustafarians, and I couldn't stand the audience, and then I realized, I just wasn't ready yet. Sometimes you're not ready for a band, And then one day,
100%.
You're somewhere and you go, what is that? Like, I hated Tunnel of Love, and right now I'm in a Tunnel of Love era of my life of Bruce. Like, I'm loving this record.
Yeah.
It's great. Did you see the movie?
I haven't seen it yet.
I did.
Oh, it's great.
I thought it was fantastic as well. It's been mixed reviews, but I think the people that have been on the negative side, I think they just missed the whole point.
No, I think they're Trumpers. The negative side. I think that's because they're like, I can't stand him. I thought Born in the USA was, for America. And then they find out, it's like when I love these people that like see Rage Against the Machine and they go, when did you bring politics into your band? It's like, that's what we started on.
Yeah.
1991. Yeah, what are you talking about?
But I'm saying there have been people that I know that have been critical of the Springsteen movie, and I think they just missed the point altogether because I thought it was fascinating.
It is one of the darkest films I've seen, and if you are an artist like myself, a writer, you see, wow, they really nailing the pressure and the brutality of what it takes to come up with this, material. And I thought it was great in the era of streaming and artists not getting paid to see what they go through. This just doesn't, we don't just pop out Born to Run or Nebraska. Yeah. If you did, all of us would be doing that.
Correct.
So to see how dark it gets, and you always got a bad father or upbringing to get that going.
For sure, yeah.
Dean Delray is with us on Gorman in the Morning. An entirely different side of the rock coin. Ace Frehley died last month, and for people that weren't around in the 70s, that grew up with Kiss as an everyday part of life, I don't think there's a way to really convey what that was like when that band first hit you. It was unlike anything that had come before, and especially, and I've said this for years, and I was really cognizant of it last month, watching and listening to a ton of other musicians. It was all about Gene and Paul, but not really. The players, Ace was like this mysterious, he really was like a guy from outer space, and he was the real player of that band. And I know you were a big Ace guy.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what, I was in the gym, and I got the news about an hour before from the inside guy, and I was just in the gym, and I sat down, and I was like, wow. I mean, it really sucked me because I have the podcast, Let There Be Talk. We've done 900 or so episodes.
Holy moly.
I've recorded every rock star there is, and either they say Kiss or Zeppelin is what got them into it. But Cedric Bixler from the Mars Volta and At the Drive-In coined the phrase, they are the gateway drug to rock and roll for most people 60 and under.
Nice. Yeah. That's fair.
And, to tell you what that band meant to me, I ended up interviewing Gene Simmons a few years ago. He came to my house, and I was looking at him like, this is the reason I'm alive right here.
Wow.
Because without him, it would definitely just been drugs and just anarchy and, a quick death. But I got into music, and that band, no matter what you think, man, they put on makeup, they're clowns. Nah, man. This band was monumental. A lot of the stuff bands do live on stage now, they invented giant fire, flying. Sure. Like all those country artists now fly around. That's Gene, And then the music, if you really listen to it, when you get into it, it's just rock. It's like the classic perfect rock. And Ace was like Jimmy Page level. He just doesn't get the credit, but he plays so amazing, and he was a star.
Yeah,
well said.
It's that's exactly what it was. You can nitpick the playing on those, and especially those early albums. They're not sonically great. They're not amazing, all-time, life-affirming tracks. But the songs are there. But the guitar solos were always there. Oh. Ace was a very unique player too. He truly. You put on a record, it's like, oh, that's Ace Frehley. He's one of those guys.
Yeah. And the smoking guitar, when you're, in sixth grade and you see the smoking guitar, you're just going like, wow, look at this smoking guitar. Because when you're a kid, you love fireworks.
Sure.
Smoke bombs are the coolest.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
There's nothing cooler than a cherry bomb and a smoke bomb.
By the way, you don't have to be a kid. I still love smoke bombs.
I love
just
smoke
for the record.
bombs. Yeah. You know what I hate? Those snakes.
Oh, yeah.
They're not bad. They're still fun. Here's the thing. You take a whole package of snakes and light them on fire at once.
In the box.
At once. Yeah. That's the best.
Then your dad whips your ass for staying in the driveway.
That's exactly how that works. We did, the Gorman family 4th of July fireworks display in the driveway one year, late 70s.
Yeah.
An absolutely true story. Like, couldn't have shot it better from a Spielberg film. One errant bottle rocket went into the bag with all the fireworks, and they all went off.
Oh, yeah.
And as we all jumped and freaked out, my dad, sitting in the folding lawn chair, didn't move an inch, didn't budge. He was old, Marine Corps Don Gorman was like, I'm going to ride out this explosion and see what happens. And I was like, man, he's both the coolest and the craziest person I know.
Well, he's seen people missing limbs, so he's like, until the hand's blown off, I'm not getting up.
That's exactly
This
right.
is just soundtrack,
Dean Delray's at Acme tonight, 8 o'clock, Friday and Saturday, both 7 and 9:30 p.m. I can't believe you're in town and I'm not in town. I'm thrilled to see you and hang out. Dean, and I've talked about this on the show for several years, Dean and I have played at Dean's in L.A. Every year, every couple years, there's a Bon Scott birthday party. And Dean, the man you are now listening to us with us on the show, does the greatest Bon Scott you will ever hear. The man gets on a microphone, he channels Bon Scott. And every year around Dean's and Bon's birthday, there's a celebration in L.A., most years, I should say. Mostly Bon era AC/DC, Dean singing, some other comedians playing music, and a lot of dudes from your favorite bands all playing. It's a jam. And I've been like the house drummer for a few of those. Jump off the kit, let some people sit in on a few. And it is an absolute riot. It's so much fun. There's thoughts, there's words. We're flirting with another appearance soon. Is that true? Can we discuss this at all?
Yeah, this is going to be it. And this is a real farewell. It's not the it's not the 15th farewell, but and especially after seeing Queens of the Stone Age kind of reinvent herself, I'm like, all right, I've done this for 100 years. I worship Bon Scott, and he died close to my birthday, so every year I'd put together this super Bon Scott thing, and it's me, Bill Burr on drums, Steve plays drums, Scott Ian, Anthrax. Hopefully this year it looks like maybe Gene Simmons we're hearing. I saw Dave Grohl 2 days ago. I threw it at him. He's like, yeah, man. He goes, it sounds fun, so you never know who's going to be there. But we do a Bon set list. And first it's an hour of comedy. So me and Bill do comedy. And then we clear the chairs out and we do a full rock show. And,
nice.
Yeah, and this is going to be it. I'm going to be 60. And I'm like, all right, I want to try some other stuff in life. So we'll go for it. Hopefully we can do 2 nights. And hopefully Steve can be there,
Would love that.
Well, especially now that you're throwing the whole farewell performance at me, I'm going to have to make that happen.
Yeah. And it's in this venue, the Avalon Theater, across the street from Capitol Records, and they have the greatest video displays in there. So I do it up with all kinds of vintage Bond films and AC/DC films and photos, and it's pretty damn festive, man.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. I do, and you mentioned it, but I'm going to mention Let There Be Talk is a spectacular podcast. You're approaching 1,000 episodes.
Yep.
And it is Dean, if you go back through the archives, Dean with every dude in every band, every woman in every band you ever wanted to hear from, pretty much. The list of who you haven't had yet's getting pretty short. Who's the top? Who's the one, you get one that you haven't had. Who is it?
Ooh.
Well, it depends if you're talking music or film. Film would be Sean Penn.
Okay.
Yep.
And I did the Hollywood Bowl, and I got off stage, and this guy comes up and goes, man, that was one of the funniest sets I've ever seen. I turn, and it's Sean Penn.
Yeah.
And I
Nice.
just go, I grew up on this guy. I think he's one of the highest level actors going. And if you haven't seen One Battle After Another,
Incredible.
Shoe-in.
get in there, man, and give this guy all the awards. The other one, of course, would be Jimmy or Robert from
Yep.
Zepp. And Robert is just at the highest level right now. I think he's like 80 or something, or 78, but man, he is singing great.
Yep.
I don't know if you saw him on like Colbert or a couple nights ago or whatever. He is just so on it.
Oh, yeah.
Like funny,
Yep.
amazing, looks great, and just a god to me still to this day. And then, of course, Zach from Rage. I see him quite a bit at my coffee shop, and I have to always act like I'm not like crazed.
Right.
But whenever I see him, I'm like, rolling down, it's just in my head with a shotgun in my hand. But he's
That's
so
awesome.
low key and mellow. He's just there sipping coffee, and I'm like, oh my God, that guy is the most radical frontman of all time.
He's a beast.
No argument. No argument at all.
Yeah.
Dean Delray, the great Dean Delray at Acme, tonight, 8 o'clock, Friday and Saturday, 7 and 9:30 p.m. A great time is guaranteed. Dean, it's a pleasure to see you, brother. I'm looking at L.A. flights tonight.
Okay.
We'll do it.
And I want to just give a shout out to Louis, the owner of Acme.
Yep.
I think it's 34 years. This man is just been putting on the highest level of comedy for you guys. And the audience last night was fantastic. I actually love this town. And I'm not saying that like, I love you, Minneapolis.
Sure.
But this is one of the few towns I'm like, I could do it. I could live here.
Yep.
Yeah,
Right
100%.
on.
One of those lofts across the street from Acme. You just walk down, get some coffee in the morning, see the dogs.
That's a good area right there.
I love that area.
A lot of good eating around there, too, man.
It's only a matter of time till Dean's our neighbor, everybody.
It's
That's
true.
good news.
I keep eyeing it. I'm like, yeah,
Right
it's
on.
good. And
All right,
right
great
now, this weather's tricking you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm rooting for global warming. I'm like, oh, yeah.
This has been normal for the last 3-4 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So we haven't had a real good snow, like a really super Arctic snow-filled winter in a while.
Yeah,
So
keep it low, man, or your rents are going up. Thank you, Steve.
Always good to see you, brother. Go see Dean at Acme. Here is today's last word. You may have heard of something called foreign language syndrome.
Okay.
It's a real thing that happens to people. It can be triggered by trauma, surgery, or a stroke. People have been known to lose their native tongue and fluently speak another language.
Whoa.
Even if they've only peripherally or casually studied or heard that language. Scientists believe the brain, when under stress, can unlock, as they say, like dormant linguistic memories while suppressing others. It's really bizarre. Sometimes you'll see a woman or a man that's had a stroke and they have a really thick Australian accent. Never been to Australia, never met an Australian, and it can last really forever. The craziest case that I came across, and because I've always been fascinated by this, in 2014, a teenager in the Netherlands, a Dutch 15-year-old, had just basic knee surgery.
Okay.
He came out of anesthesia speaking perfect English, which he had never studied one day in his life.
Wow.
He could not speak or understand his native Dutch.
Oh, no.
wow.
Did not recognize his parents, and insisted to everyone, I am from the United States. I live in the United States. Take me home.
Holy
Doctors
cow.
were stunned. Thankfully, it only lasted about 24 hours.
Oh.
And then he was
Isn't
back.
this crazy? His Dutch returned. The English went away. And he was just like, yeah, I kind of remember that. That was weird. Anyway, the point is this. AI, whatever. You got nothing on the human brain.
1,000%.
Yes.
Tomorrow on the show, Double or Nothing for Wild as well as Joe Jackson tickets. Hell yeah. I will be coming to you from Atlanta, Georgia, a town that means the world to me. It's one of my homes, one of my favorite places on earth. Fletcher, what's coming up next on this station?
I got Big Head Todd tickets. I got Wild tickets against the Vegas Golden Knights. So that should be a hell of a game. Commercial free just after 11:45. And, still kind of putting the music together.
Right on. Well, you enjoy. I'm off to the airport. Everyone else, enjoy Fletcher on 92 KQRS. See you tomorrow.
See ya.
Gorman in the morning is also Gorman on the go. Get the 92 KQRS app and stream live or catch the Gorman in the morning podcast anytime. 92 KQRS.